Hey guys, Silly Ninja here for another Swansea FIFA 14 part. That doesn't flow off the tongue like the Fulham playthrough part, does it? Which is a shame. But still, we're going to kick this episode off with the inquiries I made towards Asaidi and Bruma, two players that you suggested. However, both of them have recently joined, which sucks. I also look for Caprari? Caprari? I don't know, I think it's Caprari. Again, he looks exciting. I don't know anything about him, but he's 20 and plays for Roma, so he looks quite cool. I inquired about him. However, sadly, when I do continue, he has only just joined the squads, the same as Bruma, and the same as flipping... Oh no, not the same as Asaidi. Asaidi is on loan to Stoke, I think. So yeah, that's where he is. But yeah, so this episode will be mostly consisting of the transfer deadline day. Not a lot happens for me, because I don't really have that much money to spend, but around the Premier League, a lot of stuff happens. I put in hopeful bids for Caprari and Bruma of 5 million. I knew they weren't going to get accepted, just in case, you never know. Chelsea have been very active. They've signed Akinfeev, and I think they've sold Czech, have they? I can't really remember. Cabaye's gone. Fernando Torres has gone. Mandzukic was signed for Arsenal, which was interesting. Oh no, Czech hasn't left. He's just been linked with a lot of clubs because of the Akinfeev signing, I think. Unsurprisingly, both the Bruma and the Caprari bids have been rejected, which is a shame because they look exciting, but I'll try and sign them next summer. Hopefully I'll have a bit more money because I'll have a good standing in the Premier League. I also try and buy this guy, Kevin Volland. He was 5.5 million, showing great potential. He's got good stamina and balance, and he's quite quick. However, I have to offer between 10 and 13.9 million, which I do not have. So, again, put a hopeful £5 million bid on him. See what happens. You never know. I knew I wasn't ever going to sign Stindl or Müller, so I just left them. My chair is squeaking all over the shop. I also approached to sign this guy. Now, I only signed him for recovery purposes, sort of thing, so I can give Nathan Dyer, Routledge, and all that lot recovery potential, sort of thing. And he had a bit of pace, so I thought, well, you know, he might be a good impact sub. That's pretty much the only reason why I've looked at him, to be honest. I then looked at strikers. However, there was literally nothing on offer. They've really like nerfed the free agent thing, unless next year it will go back to what it was like in FIFA 12, because it was no, FIFA 12, FIFA 13, because it was it's pretty ridiculous. You could sign some fantastic players in the free agent, and I hope that could continue. I don't know, but Thiago Silva's signed for Manchester City, and Mandzukic has gone to Arsenal. They're probably the biggest signings, so I do sign that guy. He's not amazing. I think he's like less than 70 overall, but again, he's just literally for cup games and stuff. There he is, 67. He's got some nice pace, which will be useful against the lower league teams in the cup, so you know, he'll have his uses. I'm sure he'll get a couple of games, but he definitely won't be a first team player, that's for sure. So we'll just continue with the transfer market real quick. Total spent money has gone up because Czech has gone to Juventus for a £9 million bid. We then get another transfer offer for Michu from Parma for 8 million, which is a reasonable amount, but not what I was looking for. Also, because it's the last day, I can demand a little bit more than usual. But I mean, in reality, we have 4 hours, and then there's the biggest thing. Manchester City accept a £54 million offer from Bayern for Sergio Aguero. That is unbelievable. That is going to be such a huge change to the Premier League. I don't know why they've sold him. I mean, they don't need the money, and he's a fantastic player. I don't get it. I don't understand why you wouldn't keep him. But he's gone now. Borussia Dortmund have sold Lewandowski, I think that was. I can't remember who. I couldn't see who that was then. But there's still interactions with Palmer over Michi, but I realise that now it's 2 hours till the deadline day, and it's like, well, I'm not going to sign a replacement for Michu that quickly. So yeah, the biggest signing of this was the Bayern Munich signing of Sergio Aguero. Bayern Munich are going to be terrifying in the Champions League. I mean, if they don't win it, then I don't really see who is, to be honest. With their team, with Aguero, that's disgusting. I'm glad I'm not in the Premier League because that is awful. So we didn't spend any money in this transfer market, which is kind of depressing, but then again, I mean, I think I have a good enough team to finish 5th at least, so I think we should be fine. Next season, I'll strengthen my squad. We have a Capital One Cup game against Portsmouth. I rested literally every single one of my players, and won 4-0. Leroy Lita scored twice, Alvaro scored, and Routledge scored. So that's a good result for us. We've gotten into the next round of the League Cup, which I'm not really that worried about, but, you know, it keeps the board happy because they wanted a cup run, I think. I can't really remember, to be honest with you. But we've got a big game against Liverpool at home, so hopefully we can steal a win here. It is raining, which I hate playing in the rain. Nothing ever plays, because my playstyle is very quick passing, and the reactions... Not reactions, but like the ball being so slippery is really difficult to play like that. But some fantastic win play from Nathan Dyer. Uses his pace to get past the right back, and then whips in a beautiful ball into Wilfred Bonney, and Wilfred Bonney is not going to miss that. He has 90,000 strength and is about 8'6". He was not going to miss that headed opportunity. To make it 1-0 in the 25th minute. Good goal from Bonney. Great play from Nathan Dyer. Very useful to have pace. I mean, I was talking the other day about how FIFA 14 may make pace less important. I'd say it is less important, but it's not useless. That's for sure. I don't think it ever will be, but that's realistic in real football. But we've got put in a great corner, a floated corner. Liverpool try and clear the lines. It falls to Pablo Hernandez. Pablo Hernandez runs the defence. He keeps running, and it opens up for him. Then some awful defending from Liverpool to give Jonathan de Guzman literally all the time in the world to score a second. I have no idea what they were doing, whether they were zonal marking or whatever the fuck they were doing. They screwed that up big time, and that meant that we beat Liverpool 2-0, which is an absolutely wonderful result for us because Liverpool will be challenging us for that 5th place spot. So to get a win this early on is a fantastic result. We also bossed the game, obviously not on possession-wise. I never seem to boss the game in possession-wise. I think it's because I just play really risky football, because I like to get entertaining games, but, you know. We then have a game against Crystal Palace at home. Now, I always worry about these games because newly promoted sides, I hate playing as newly promoted sides. They're such sort of like a loose cannon. They could be awful. Then again, they could play like flipping Chelsea and win comfortably. So I do worry a little bit about these games. It is away from home as well, but hopefully we could get off to a good start. It took us 20 minutes to find Michu and Bonney having a beautiful little interplay. Michu takes a good touch and a fantastic finish from Michu. Glad we didn't sell him to Parma now. So a good goal from Michu in the 21st minute. Wilfred Bonney and Michu are playing really, really well together. I didn't think they would because they're quite similar players, and I don't really like playing similar players together. I like to have, what I'd usually do is say have Wilfred Bonney, the strong, tall one, and then I'd have like, I don't know, somebody like Aguero who's small and quick. But a great ball. I don't know who made that ball, but Michu puts a fantastic ball into Wilfred Bonney. I really, really liked that goal. That was absolutely fantastic. Great awareness from all of the players involved. I don't know who made that pass from midfield, but it was absolutely great ball to Michu. And then a wonderful pass to Bonney. The goalkeeper didn't really know what to do. He was in two minds. And Bonney got there ahead of the defender. So by the 45th minute, we were 2-0 ahead. Now, it fell to a corner with Crystal Palace. A pretty shit corner, to be honest with you. But I could not clear my lines. They came attacking again. He gets a shot away, but it's blocked. It then fumbles around, and it gets clear from here. Hits the post, and then goes in. I mean, how unlucky can you get? It fumbled, it hit the post, and then Bananan was quicker to the ball than any of my defenders. Chica Flores tried to get there, but Bananan showed more desire. So that was in the 57th minute. Then in the 63rd minute, It fell to Guardiola, I don't know how to say his name, but it fell to him in the 65th minute. So all of our good work in the first half has been undone within 7 minutes. Within 7 minutes, all of that work to get 2-0 up means that we've now gone behind. This is why I worry about games against newly promoted sides, because they don't really care who you are. They're going to play a certain way in any game. But John Joe Shelvey puts a wonderful ball into the box, and then Wilfred Bonney gets his head to it. Salutes John Joe Shelvey for an absolutely fantastic cross. We seem to be scoring a lot of goals from corners. John Joe Shelvey and Wilfred Bonney are connecting very well in those corners, which is absolutely fantastic. So we went 3-2 up, and that is how the game ended. A tighter game than I was expecting. Kind of disappointing that we couldn't win more comfortably, but we did get the win in the end, which is the most important thing. I mean, if we beat Liverpool and then lost to Crystal Palace, the rage that would have been on my end would have been absolutely catastrophic. They actually had more shots than me and more possessions. They probably deserved to win. But that's about it for this episode, guys. So if you did enjoy, please do leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you for the next episode. Goodbye.